All right, so just here are some of the benefits of waiting. Waiting, when you wait on God, it reveals true motives. A lot of times, you know, people or things in your life that aren't meant for your good, they don't wait. They don't have any patience. Therefore, they try to push you into things that you may not have no business doing. You know, ladies, this is a woman's service. I'm speaking to you single ladies. You know, you might be dating a guy and he's trying to pressure you into something, but you know in your heart that you're supposed to be waiting. So that's why it's so important to wait, because you will see that person's motive. Sometimes they might try to sugarcoat it. The devil knows what you like. He's not going to come to you with something that you don't like. So he's going to push that thing into your face. But you have to be important. It's important for you to wait on God and know that eventually the motive, that person's real motive, is going to come out, whether it be today or a year from now. So waiting reveals true motives. Another thing is waiting builds your patience. I was speaking to one of my friends, and she was telling me, you know, Ash, you know, something I always pray for is patience. And it really touched me, because that's something that I often pray for. And as I was talking to her, I realized that God answered my prayer, because you realize when you pray about something, the longer that God takes to answer that prayer, the more your patience increases, right? So, you know, you're saying to somebody else, I keep praying for patience and I still don't have patience, but God is working on your patience as he's making you wait for the thing that you've been praying about. Another thing, another benefit of waiting is waiting builds character. A lot of times when you go through these things, you don't come out the same when God does answer your prayer. So now your character has changed. You become a more humble person. You know, God took away all those things that you thought were so important to you, and now you realize that the only thing that really matters is him. So now your character has changed. Another benefit of waiting is waiting builds anticipation and appreciation. Imagine if everything that you asked God for, he gave it to you right away. Would you really appreciate it? No, you wouldn't, because you know that, oh, well, if I pray for this tomorrow, then I'll get this next thing. So while you wait, your anticipation and your appreciation of the blessing that you pray for when it comes is that much greater. Another thing is waiting builds an intimacy with God and a dependency. And I can speak from personal experience. You know, when I was out doing my thing, you know, I would run to God as soon as something wasn't right. And I know a lot of people can attest to that. I always see on my Instagram, pray for so-and-so, they going to court. But so-and-so wasn't praying before they had to go to court. But when you are waiting on God, your intimacy with him, it builds. You gain this relationship that you didn't have before. And did you ever take into account, like, God let me go through this thing just so you will seek him? You know, that a lot of times we think we got, you know, everything made up, where we know what's going on, we know what's right for our lives, but God allows us to go through these things, and a lot of the times it's because he wants that relationship with him, that relationship that, you know, is the only true relationship that matters. All these other relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever, best friends, neighbor, they may fade, but God is always here to stay. So now I'm just going to leave you with 5 points, and these 5 points are going to be the things that you should do while you wait. A lot of times we waiting and we get, you know, we sitting back and we're like, oh God, what do I do now that I'm waiting? I'm waiting. Okay, these are the things you need to do. So if you want to write it down, I'm gonna listen it for you. I'll listen again when I'm done. While you wait, you gotta pray. The minister before me, she was just talking about that. It's so important to pray while you wait, because the power of prayer is like no other power. I'm going to go to James 5 and 13, and it says, are you suffering hardships? You should pray. Are any of you happy? You should sing praises. That's my time, but can I have a few more minutes? Do y'all mind if I have a few more minutes?
Take your time.
I'm going to give y'all 5 things. On the 16th verse, it says, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results. Isn't that what we want? We're praying for results, right? So the power of prayer. So the first thing is to pray while you wait. I'm going to go fast. She's looking at me crazy. All right. 2, rejoice while you wait. Psalms 37:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. So while you're waiting, you stay focused on God. Rejoice. Stay happy. There's no reason to be moping. There's no reason to be complaining. We ain't struggling. You are rejoicing in God, and that's what he wants you to do. And that's what's going to bring you your breakthrough. Moving on to 3, praise while you wait. While you in church and you going through, a lot of times, you know, we look at people when they falling all out and they're shouting, but you don't realize that they're praising to their breakthrough. They already learned that lesson. That's a lesson that a lot of us have to realize, that we have to pray.